Okay, so we are going to make chicken and dumplings, which I have never, ever, ever made. So this will be a learning experience for everybody. So Mom's gonna hold the camera and walk me through it and us all through it. So, Melinda, there you go. Okay, so she said this was a 2-gallon pot, and she put a gallon of water in it. And she boiled her chicken, how many thighs?
I had 8 thighs.
She had 8 thighs, and she boiled them in here and made a broth. There's broth. Okay, then what do I do next? This?
Yeah, then when the chicken is done, you take it off the bone.
Okay. So this is next. This goes in here.
Yeah, I'd save a little out just to put in the dumplings when they're done so that they won't, they'll have a little chicken in and you won't have to reach all the way to the bottom to get.
Okay, so what about the fat and stuff? Try to like
it went off,
go under the, it's not, it's just a screw, tap the screen and it comes back on. I don't know how to fix that to where it don't do that.
Just, you know, put them in bite-sized pieces, take the fat off, you did that. And then just put them in the pot.
Bite-sized pieces. This might take a minute. So we'll play fast forward it in a second when we get to this on the, I go back and edit. Okay, so we're putting these in here.
In your broth.
In the broth.
You've got your water, you cooked your chicken, dark meat's best. If you've got white meat fanatics, you can always fix a little white meat to go in your dumplings, but for a broth, you want to use your dark meat.
Okay, flavors are different, I'm assuming.
And salt and pepper, of course. Went in there when you were cooking.
Mom was cooking. Mama did the chicken in the broth. I showed up late in the process.
I probably used about a tablespoon of pepper and probably about that much salt. I just sprinkle it till it's...
And this is definitely a country staple.
Winter comfort food.
Yes, I do not like to cook at all.
That's why we do fast chicken and dumplings.
But I like to bake more than I like to cook. So, they have learned, yes. Her and my grandmother, who. But yes, this is definitely a country comfort food.
The pieces don't have to be that small.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said bite size.
Yeah,
It
I'm
depends on
talking
who's
about a
taking the
Campbell
bite.
bite.
Okay. Well, that makes a difference. What else are country comfort foods? What's something else?
Homemade
that we all like
soup.
to eat? Homemade soup,
Chili.
cornbread, soup beans. Soup beans, can't make those either. Never tried.
Jerry, that's way too... See those pieces that are in there? Make them about that big.
No, I haven't seen it like
I mean,
like
they're in the
this
bottom.
big.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's like way easier. I think I just threw some fat in there. And no, we don't all have to eat lots of greasy food because we're country, though. That is the best way to.
This is really not greasy.
This is not greasy. I'm talking about other country foods.
Like fried chicken and fried okra and fried squash.
And I would rather have, you know, sauteed or grilled squash. I'm not big on okra. But soup beans, I've never done pinto beans. You make really good pinto beans. Which we may do that and do it Tom's style with the ketchup in your bowl and your pepper juice and cornbread.
Most of it's already cut up.
You already did that.
A few pieces for you to pull off the bone.
And Cameron's asleep. Okay, so you pull it off the bone, pull the fat off. So obviously boneless chicken breast would not be, or boneless, well that would be chicken breast. So no, brown meat on the bone, right?
Yeah, but if people like just white meat, you can always fix a little white meat to put in your dumplings when they're finished.
But this is the better for the, okay.
But I never have. Well, I take that back, I have.
We all like white meat, but we like this like dumplings. Okay. Like gristly. Even that, like if it's like
No,
that,
the top of your bone usually has some gristle in it. You don't want to
so
put that
don't
in
use
there.
that. Okay, like the discolored stuff. And this is just how much you'd already put like half of the meat in there, hadn't you already?
No, I pulled it all off
Part
the
of
bone
it.
and put it in there. Just dump it in there when you get that off the bone that you Had to take off the bone because it's ready.
What, this in here?
If the bones aren't in there,
The bones go in the bowl?
the bones go in the garbage.
Okay, so I do this, and then what am I gonna do next?
To make your broth kind of thick, what I do is I put a can of cream of chicken soup in the broth and stir it up. And I always add some bouillon because I like it nice and chickeny.
Okay.
I just add bouillon until I think it smells right. And that's powdered.
Okay, that's another one of those things where there's no recipe, right? Just love that till
Well,
it
I mean, you
smells
could
right.
use probably about a third of a cup, maybe half a cup
It's like the biscuits.
of the granules. Make it.
There's no recipe for biscuits. What are those? Cat head biscuits? What do you call those biscuits that we make?
Yeah, I used to. I don't make that anymore. Take the meat off of that, and
That's all that I make.
put all the rest of that in there. Except don't put no bones, but you could put everything else
Where do we put the bones
in the garbage.
in?
In the garbage.
Okay, so everything else goes in here. Just get it and throw it in there. Slimy. Slimy, slimy. And I'm slow, so that's just being finicky and weird. But not that.
I hope you can edit.
I can.
All right.
I can edit.
Then you don't have to put all this in there.
Well, no, I'll fast forward it a little bit. So, yeah, I won't leave all that. Okay, is that good?
That's a bone.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. And your pieces, you're doing them so little.
Well, I'm sorry. Kind of. I'm used to Eric because he has a hard time.
You don't like big pieces of chicken?
It just depends.
All right, just put that in that bag over there in the garbage
Mm-hmm.
and tie it up so the chicken stinks.
Okay, so there's the chicken. I need to wash my hands.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to wash your hands 2 or 3 times. We washed our hands before we started, so it's the second hand.
I'm kidding. Okay, so there's that. What's next?
Put in your can of cream of chicken soup, half a stick of butter. Here's a,
So just straight in here, I'm assuming.
get left your whisk.
Is that powder bouillon you said?
Mm-hmm.
Not the little cubies.
About half a cup of bouillon.
Butter. Put butter in it?
Pure butter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Know that. So just straight in the pot, the butter. Okie dokie. Okay.
And about half a cup.
Have you got like a measuring thing?
Just shake it till I tell you to stop.
Okay.
Okay. Now stir it up and see how it smells. Here, you see. Whisk it up. How's it smell? Chickeny?
Not majorly to me. Smell it.
All right.
You smell it.
I'd put a little bit more bouillon in it.
It smells chickeny.
A little bit more. That's good.
I think my sniffers broke. Okay. What's next?
Okay, let that come to a boil. You've got your. We make it. The first time I ever made it out of frozen biscuits was when Buck Garland came to Mama's one time, and Mama always made her dough and all that. But this is by far the easiest, and they usually turn out good every time. you just take your frozen biscuits, lay them out, and let them start to thaw. Don't take but about 10 minutes for them to thaw. And when they start to thaw, just cut them in quarters.
And this is the kind she uses. Mary Beast biscuits. This is what you always get? Typically? Okay.
You can use any kind. So get your knife and cut one in 4 pieces and see if it's ready to go.
How much flour did you say?
I put about 2 cups of flour in that bowl. You just want to coat your pieces.
Then pre-frozen flour.
Okay, we'll have to wait about 10 minutes, so if you want to cut this off.
I have to just let it go.
We'll wait about, you can't cut it off.
Well, I don't know how to pause it yet, so.
You have to wait about 10 minutes or 2.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it without, hang on. So we're just working out kinks and figuring out how to, I mean, there's got to be a way to like, pause it. And I know there's a, well, trying to figure out how. The other day it said you could edit or pause it like on your phone. I'm not sure. Control your GoPro. This is all new to me. 12:04. Okay, so in her flour that she had, we're rolling. And these are still pretty cold. Okay, so what now? I'll start, and these are over
Is it
here.
a rolling ball over there?
It looks like a rolling ball to me.
Okay,
That's a rolling ball.
I'd get that and stir it, make sure the chicken's not sticking to the bottom.
I just made a mess.
Okay, and just start, you want to get them in there mostly at the same time, so go ahead and start dropping your dumplings in there.
One at a time, or 2 or 3, or
2 or 3, be fine. Cut it down just a little. As long as it's at a boil when you start, then you have to cut it down. Not off, but down to about medium. Your flour helps have a thick broth when you're finished.
And she told me I wasn't doing it, I didn't have to do it perfect. So if you're standing there like me rolling one little piece of roll at a time or biscuit, you ain't got to do that.
Okay, so you had 20 biscuits and you cut them in 4s, so you should have 80 biscuit pieces. But some of them will, you'll be looking for them. They'll be gone. Okay, don't keep stirring. Just drop them in.
Oh, am I cooling
You don't
it
have
down?
to stir. No, just you don't want to stir them apart.
Oh, okay. So I ain't gonna worry about the chicken on the bottom no more. She turned it down.
I turned it down. I'll turn it back up to get them in there. Because you want it boiling when you put them in.
We don't know what we saw in it. We don't know what that did. It was a moment. We don't know what happened.
Voila!
Here's one more piece.
Oh, one more piece.
All right, now just let them boil
For how long?
till they're done.
How do you know when they're done?
Well, you just kind of have to keep an eye on them. It'll probably take, I'd let them cook for about 5-10 minutes. Take one out and try it and see how it.
And obviously I stirred and shouldn't have stirred.
That's okay. It's fine.
Stirred. I stirred it.
It's making dumplings.
Wash pot never boils.
You probably need to kind of wipe the flour off that eye because it's burning a little.
Okay. Rag.
If I wanted to get them all down, I'd just take my spoon and make sure they're under.
Ooh, I'm
Don't
making
stir
a
them, but just
smoke.
make sure they're
Let me cleaning somebody's eye.
covered. Oh,
Huh? The pot's
Ma-
not on my eye either, huh?
I know, I scooted it over.
Because I'd made a mess.
Don't stir it, but you can kind of,
Pop them down in there.
yeah, kind of just, you know, separate them some. Put the pot back on there now.
How do you get stuff off this flat surface?
Just clean it.
Okay, so why does it always feel all loud to scratch your nose? Your nose itching.
You can turn it down.
So 5 or 10 minutes.
And then just check them. Probably close to, well, you don't, I turned it down because you don't want to boil it, constantly boil it on high. Just turn it down some and wait for them to cook. Okay.
Don't go. I'll fast forward it a little bit. We'll go zoom, zoom, zoom. What about Stranger Things? Have you heard anything about when that's going to come back out?
Or is it going to? I don't know.
Yeah, they got another season.
4?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I've been waiting on
I
it.
know the Outlander's not going to have another, their season's not till like February of 22.
Oh, well, I don't watch none of that mess. So, but the new book comes out November the 23rd. Wow. Book number 9. I've waited on it since, May 2014.
You're kidding.
No, that was when the last one came out because I read it on our honeymoon.
Oh, wow.
I laid on the beach while he fished. So
That's for a while, doesn't it?
we usually averaged about 5 years, but now that the show started,
I'm going to put a
it's
little
taking her a little longer.
pepper on the top again. How do they look?
They look yummy.
They're still not done. They're working on it.
So what do you do? Check the inside to make sure it's not doughy?
Mhm. Yeah, see, I tore that one apart, and it's definitely still going. So it's got to cook a minute.
No, thank you. I'll make coffee in a minute.
You said yourself, you don't want it to look like some cheap happy film.
See the goats over in the field on my way down here a minute ago.
Oh, did you?
I hadn't seen them today either. Yep.
It's awful late to start putting that away. Do it to see. We're going to be gone tomorrow, so.
That's what you said. Going to a concert. And then we'll be gone Saturday.
That's what you said.
So Sunday we're gonna make the pumpkin roll.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt to kind of push them down in there every few minutes. But you don't want to do too hard or too many. Just want to give them a chance to stay together and get done.
Here's one of the fur babies. That's Nana's fur baby. There's Wheelie. Hey Wheelie. Hey Wheelie. How you doing? How you doing? Come on. Why are you being so bashful for? Come on. Huh? Deidre usually like all up in my lap and like, hey, pet me. He usually barks like uncontrollably till I've been down and pet him. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Say, what is he?
Maltipoo.
Maltipoo. Yeah, it's a pretty baby.
Half poodle, half Maltese.
That's a happy baby. I'm a sweetie.
People might not like seeing it. I'll be in the kitchen.
Sam the Spud. Sammy the Spud. He lives here too. Willie lives here too. So I'm part of the family. So Mama's not touching the food no more. So I'm part of the family.
All right, just take one out and test it. Probably better off take it out around the side, because that's where the least of the heat is. And test it. It is pretty done.
You done?
Pretty done.
We'll taste a bite and
We'll
see.
give them another minute. Here, you taste a bite. It's hot.
It's so, wait a minute, I almost do that.
These
in
you can tell are not quite done.
in my mouth, yeah. Do you like chicken and dumplings, Willie? Huh? I know Cameron does.
I like chicken and anything.
You like chicken and dumplings? Huh?
You can tell the ones in the center are done. I can see the flour.
Because your mama made you have a bath today?
No, yesterday.
Jetta.
How's it taste?
Good. It's a dumpling. It tastes good.
You gotta get our taste tester.
Oh, she's going to get Cameron. The brutally honest person in the house. He will tell you if it's good or not. And $5, you don't have to be on camera. He'll tell me that his nanas are better. Come taste the dumpling.
I bet.
Harry. Every time I cook something, he'll say,
What's the quality of that?
what? He'll say, my nana's is better. Nana makes that better than you. Even a pizza. I made him like one of them little pizzas the other night. He's like, Nana makes it better.
Let's
Well, you did.
see if they're. Some
I'm
of
not
them
going
are
to video you.
Some of them are not quite done. Let's see if this one's done. If it is, you can taste test. Yeah, it's done. All right.
Can I like video you taste testing?
It's hot. I'm gonna cool off. Ruins food for him. Okay.
Give me a spin.
Taste it. How is it?
It's like a dumpling.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to say it?
Won't say what.
The nanas are better.
Probably are a little bit, but there's more flavor.
Your mama's happy.
So Ron. Okay, so that was our first dumplings. Sunday's pumpkin roll.
Okay, show your dumplings.
Ain't they pretty?
And then do a bowl full. Let's do a bowl full.
Oh, we're going to
See
be
how-
like the cooking channel.
See how it works. Take the dumplings out.
Kimberly, might as well hang on. You can have your bowl of dinner.
Chicken out of the
Dinner.
bottom.
Dinner, supper.
And got your bowl of
Voila! Better than Cracker Barrels, I bet.
I'm sure.
Yum, yum, yum.
Easy. We're all about easy.
Easy and still delicious. So, join us Sunday when we do pumpkin roll.
All right.
And I don't like pumpkin, but pumpkin roll tastes pretty good. So, see you on Sunday.